What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today is Thursday, and it is that time again. It's your auto auction walk around day over here at Copart. Local yard 182829 Southeast 15th Street here in Del City, Oklahoma. I want to give a big shout out to the local people out here, to corporate office, and to you guys for making this possible. We got 10 cars to go through today, so let's jump into it right now. Number one on my list, the 2007 Chrysler 300, because these cars are so cool. Not really. But Carnage can be. It's also educational. This car took a massive hit. It looks like a side swipe just right down the side, man. So I'm guessing a car went straight in, kind of at an angle. As you can see, the front end didn't get all smashed up. It started getting smashed up right over here around the A-pillar where it meshes into the fender apron. So it looks like someone kind of came in at an angle, maybe like this, hit the wheel, hit here, and then just proceeded to rip the inside of this car. Well, not the inside, but I'm sure it did some damage to the inside too. Look at the rip down here in the A-pillar, and it ripped the door hinges right off. I mean, look, door hinge bolts are gone, and there's the door. The door is in the front seat, where hopefully there was not a passenger. Not sure how this giant gaping hole ended up here, but we have a massive hole right here as well. And the door is just pushed. Look at this. I wish you could see it better without all the tape in the way, but they put this here to try to protect the interior. So it is what it is. We'll go see if we could take a look around the other side and see what it looks like from the interior's perspective. Man. Look at that. So right here is where you'd be sitting as the driver, right? So you're looking out the windshield. Now just turn your head over to the passenger side, and that's what you'd be seeing. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look at all the dog hair in here, though. Good God. That is nasty. Wow. I mean, that door is just mangled. Good Lord. Well, hopefully everybody's all right, man. I mean, you can tell everybody in the car should be fine. The passenger, if there was one, was probably all right too, but that had to be terrifying. I mean, I would be terrified. Something like that would literally scare the living heck out of me. Whew. I guarantee you felt that hit, though. You did, for sure. All right, moving on. Next on my list is a 2014 Scion FRS. What do you think happened to this one? I'm thinking it was a rollover for sure. Definitely a rollover. God dang. I mean, it looks like it slid on its side for a while. You could tell it slid on its top and stuff too, I think. I don't know. Comment below, man. You know, all I could do is give you my guess. There's really, I don't see enough major scratches going down the top for me to think that it like slid on its roof or anything. Same thing with here. It looks like it may have run under something. I don't know. Maybe it did run under something and scrape the side of something, like just rake down the side. Maybe it didn't roll over. Yeah. It looks like it got pinched, like it went into something that was too small for it to fit in. You ever seen Christine, before Christine ran over that dude, you know? And Christine like crammed herself into that tight space and just crunched the whole front end in an effort to go after that guy. It kind of looks like what happened here. It looks like the front end, look how the hood is bowed, bent right here, bent over here. It's like the car went in somewhere that was too small for it to fit and just tore it the heck up. I don't know though, man. A lot of you guys work in this industry and you see this stuff all the time, and you probably have a better idea of what happened to it than me. So comment below. Tell me what you think happened to this car. It's kind of confusing to me. Part of me thinks it went into a place that's a little bit too small for it to fit. Another piece of me thinks maybe it slid on its side or something. I don't know. Let's take a look at the interior real quick. Obviously, it's, oh, wow. Well, there's a clue, I suppose. There's lots of mud and rocks. There's literally rocks and stuff embedded. What in the heck happened to you? There's lots of mud, grass, rocks, there's water. I'm sure the water is from, you know, recent raining and the fact that the windshield's missing, but the mud, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are on this poor little FRS, man. Used to be a beautiful car. Here's one for you. Truck and Carnage. We see that a lot out here. 2004 GMC Sierra. And you could see things went real bad for this thing. A lot of mud caked into the rims. The roof is buckled in so many places. I mean, the roof is just in terrible shape. The bed, as you can see, is twisted. Man. My goodness. What do you think? I don't know, man. Hit a telephone pole sideways, flipped and hit a pole. I don't know. Lots of mud in this one too. Lots of mud in the seat. So maybe it ran off a bridge or off an embankment or something. Golly. I'm not sure if we can open the door on this. Try to get an idea of what's going on in the front. Yeah, we can. We can. There's a duck. The duck is in bad shape. But there is a duck. Where's Monkey Wrench Mike? Throw this in your pool for your little duck friend. He can have himself a little friend. I don't know what all that is, but whew. Honestly, the interior of this truck looks good. I mean, aside from back there, it actually looks like it was in relatively good condition at one point. See if we can take a look at the engine bay. I mean, I know it says it doesn't run, but you know, honestly, regardless of this, as long as the engine and everything is okay, and it looks clean. Looks real clean under here. It's just a little 4.3. No, it's got to be a 4.8. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not a 4.3, man. I can see 4 cylinders right here. Does she have oil? She does. She still has oil, boys. This is not the engine I would want anyway, so I wouldn't be interested in the 4.8. I probably wouldn't be interested in the 5.3 either. If it's a 6 liter, that'd be different, but I think you're looking at a GMC 2500 for that. It's got a good interstate battery. And I don't see any reason why this thing wouldn't run if you put a jump on it. Hey, other than the fact that it may have lost gas or something. Gas tank may be ruptured or destroyed. I'll bet this thing would run. I do. But I don't have any use for it, and this would take up a lot of space. I don't think my HOA would like this. What do you guys think? Here we have a 2002 Toyota Celica with some STR rims and tuner lugs and what appears to be minor front end damage. I wish I could see a little more, but we got this Altima kind of shoved up against it here, so I can't really see. It looks like the front end damage is very, very minor though. But that's one of the great things about these older cars. When you get an old car like this, it takes literally a bumper to salvage it. You know what I mean? A simple bumper can salvage a car like this. When you take into consideration the paint and prep time, remove and install time, it's just not worth it. So they salvage these things, and you can literally buy something like this, put a bumper on it, and be back on the road. Now, the one concerning thing is it says it doesn't run, but it also says on the window that there's no key. So that could be why it doesn't run, you know? Decent looking wheels, sort of. I don't know. Not really my taste, but at the same time, look at the rims I put on my truck. So, you know, I'm not one to talk about poor taste in rims. The car itself is a little rough. I mean, it is an older car, and it's probably been beat on quite a bit. The paint used to be yellow, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a very lightness here where they didn't spray it very well. The yellow was not covered up very well. It was a very quick and cheap paint job. Lots of yellow starting to come through. Let's see what the interior looks like here. It's not the worst. Ugh. I'll tell you what, it smells horrible. Smells real bad. This one's rough. This one's difficult to breathe in. Oh man, what was that? Someone catch it on fire? They stab it? I mean, what happened there? There's the instrument cluster. It's got an aftermarket stereo. Oh, you've got the you got to be careful popping the hood like this. Sometimes these wires will bite you. Looks like the hood's already open though. Man, you know, wouldn't it be cool if you could find the key just like chilling in here somewhere? Lots of Black & Milds in the back. Lots of Black & Milds. Crown bag over the shifter. Yeah, lots of hair all over the floor. I mean, hair everywhere. Huh. Let's see if we can figure out where the hood release is. Get this hood up. It's got spider webs. That's not a positive thing. Yeah, this is one that looks like it has been sitting a long time. Look at the, hopefully you can see that on camera. You see the spider webs all over it? Cobwebs, spider webs. Yeah, no. I'm thinking maybe this isn't one that's from an insurance company. This may not be one that's been totaled. This may be one that just kind of got tossed out here to get rid of. With all those spider webs and everything and no key, I think we're gonna just walk away from this one altogether. Here we have a 2016 Dodge Challenger. I mean, I don't know if you can really say it's still a Dodge Challenger. It used to be a Dodge Challenger. Wow. Yeah, I'll say this is Carnage. No key, not that it really matters. This thing's not going anywhere anytime soon. Whew. My goodness. This is unreal. There's just nothing left of her, man. I mean, nothing. This whole thing is just destroyed. Look at the way it ripped the hood to shreds. I mean, ripped the hood to pieces. My God. See if we can take a look inside. See what the interior looks like here. I mean, obviously the backside looks all right. Look, it broke the seat belt. The little seat belt holder thing here snapped. Good Lord. Wow. There's no bio or anything on this one, but look at the look at all the glass in the seat. Side airbag blue, front airbag blue. There was somebody over there. Yeah, there was somebody over there. That had to hurt. Good night. Some of these crashes, man, it really, I'm telling you, it gets to me. It makes me really kind of anxious. You know what I mean? Somewhat apprehensive about getting on the road. Like, whenever I see this stuff, you don't know what happened. You know, you don't know if it was this person's fault or the other person's fault, but it doesn't matter. Like, the fact that accidents like this happen every day scares me. It really does. You know, this person, granted they're in a Challenger, that doesn't mean that they were the ones at fault. They could have been minding their business 30 miles an hour and a big old pickup truck came barreling down at 100 and crammed right into them. Or could have been the complete opposite. But either way, the damage done to this car, can you imagine what the damage was to the other car? Did the other people come out okay? Driving is dangerous, man. I know it's fun, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you don't drive. Driving's great. I love driving. It's a ton of fun, especially in a sports car. But at the same time, I don't care if you're in a sports car or if you're in a Hyundai, man. It doesn't matter. Driving can be dangerous, and that's something you really need to take into consideration and think about on a regular basis. Here we got a 2007 Mercedes-Benz C230 Sport. Now, I'm not really sure why this is here. This is an insurance car, but I don't see anything wrong with it. It says it's a run and drive. It's only got 103,000 miles on it. I think if I remember right, the damage said rear end. I mean, other than some scratches on the trunk from what appears to be from suitcases over time, I don't really see. I see the damage. I do. Damage is right here. Yeah, this got pushed in pretty good. Something scraped up against it. That'll do it, man. That'll do it. Now, is that enough for me to say I wouldn't drive this car? No, I'd drive the living heck out of this car, man. I wouldn't worry about that. It's cosmetic. It's not going to hurt anything. This car probably runs and drives great, although I will say the body's not in, not in very good condition. The paint's damaged all over the place. Scratches, deep scratches everywhere. It doesn't smell the best, but it doesn't smell too bad either. The interior is pretty dirty as well. Lots of stains on the floor and stuff, but I mean, that's to be expected from an old car. You know, the car is like 12 years old. This is one that I do believe will fire up. There we go. How about that? There's no warning lights on the dash. In an old Mercedes. An old Mercedes with no warning lights. Can you believe that? Let's see if we can get some air conditioning going in here. I'm sure the AC works. It's a Benz, right? AC's got to work. I heard the fans come on. We'll put it in gear. Make sure she goes forward. Whoa, yes she does. And backward. And she moves just fine. The AC is getting cold. Let's see if we can pop the hood. How about this window right here? Yep, window works. I call that the important window for a reason. AC is nice and cold. Real nice. I like the wheels on this too. This is clean. Boy, that coolant fan is wailing me. That coolant fan is not messing around. Golly. Yeah, that fan is very serious about the air conditioning right now. This is one for Monkey Wrench Mike. What is that? Rain sensing windshield wipers? Is that what that is right there? I don't know if you guys can even see it. This right here? See if we can block out some of the sun here. What is that? I guess that's for rain sensing or something. It's a nice little ride, man. Needs a real thorough clean. God, that AC, that's got to be some of the coldest air conditioning I have ever felt in my life. Good Lord. Whew, I might just sit in here for a minute, cool off. You. Oh man. Oh, that is nice. I actually really like this car. Got you a CD changer right up here. I mean, I don't think anybody listens to CDs anymore, but yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. Here we have a 2006 Mercury Milan. This one looks to be in really good shape. It's an insurance car, rear end damage. I can already see it. How bad is it? I mean, it doesn't look that bad. The trunk is closed, and you can see how far up it's been pushed. So I don't think this is horrible. Can we get under here and have a look maybe? Let's see what's going on under here. Looks like it took the hit right here in this area. The trunk pan looks fine. Oh, I can see it way up there. I don't know if you could see it right there. Middle of your screen. That doesn't look all that bad, but I guess it is. You can see a kink right here. It's pushed in right here. Same thing over there. How many miles it's got on it? Oh, 97. That's not too bad. It's not high mileage or anything. So that's the run and drive. Let's fire it up. Yeah, she fired right up. Says the gas cap is off. 107 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only like 10:30 in the morning. 107 dang degrees. Whew. Let's turn on some AC, man. Come on. Oh, AC's cold. Let's go check that fuel cap. Looks like the fuel door is on the driver's side. It really doesn't look bad at all, does it? This thing is nice. I didn't see any warning lights on the dash. Let's see if it goes into gear all right. Right into drive. Or sorry, right into reverse, right into drive. Cold air, no warning lights. Looks like it's got heated seats as well. The important window works. Let's take a peek under the hood. I'll go ahead and shut it off. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Not at all. The grill's a little busted right there. It looks like they ran into somebody. Somebody ran into them. They ran into somebody. Very light damage, though. It doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. Is this that danged old Duratech? Some people call it the Dura Junk. I've actually had really good use, good luck and use out of these motors. I love these things. Let's pop this hood real quick and hold it up. There we go. Check the oil. Oil looks relatively good. It's full of coolant. Check down in the motor. No garbage all over the cap. It's pretty clean down in there too. It looks like this thing has been serviced very well. It's in great shape. I can't remember if these have a tranny dipstick or not. I think they do. Right here. Here we go. Transmission is definitely in need of a service. But I mean, hey, when it's a flip car, you don't do all that stuff, you know what I mean? You make sure it runs and drives down the road good. You make sure it doesn't have any major issues. But on flip cars, you don't go servicing transmissions and stuff like that. That's not something you want to do. You don't want to get into that. You're just asking for trouble. My grandpa used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, listen to me also. My dad also said, do as I say, not as I do. I recommend you don't do what I do and listen to what I say. Don't buy cars sight unseen, even though I do it all the time. And don't service things on these flip cars that are not necessary to make them run and drive. If they're not broken, leave it alone. You'd be surprised how many times someone goes to do preventative maintenance on something like this, and the preventative maintenance actually causes something to break. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a flip car, man. Make sure it runs and drives solid and reliable for the next guy, and then sell it. It's all about making a profit. I mean, you also want to sell a good car, but at the same time, you know, you could do all this work changing fluids and stuff and find out, you know, 5,000, 10,000 miles down the road, the person that bought it from you ended up with a failed component that probably would have been all right if you hadn't messed with the fluids. Here's one I know you're gonna love. I love it. How about a 2010 Chevy Camaro SS? Yes, it's the stick shift, and it's a beautiful, beautiful car. Light damage to the passenger side over here. At least it appears to be light damage to me. To me, it looks like it needs a bumper, a fender, and a door, and probably a rocker panel. The rim is most likely okay. You can see it took an impact to the rim here, but the rim looks like it's all right. This will probably buff off. Your tire obviously is shot. But to be quite honest with you, I don't know how well you can see this tire, but this tire was junk. There is dry rot all over this thing. This tire should have not even been on the road. So I don't know why someone was even riding on tires like that. That was very, very dangerous. But the bumper is most likely trashed. You might be able to save this. It looks like somebody had already tried epoxying it anyway. So there is a slight possibility. See where the bumper is actually cracked and broken up. You really should replace this, but there is a possibility you might be able to reuse it. I say replace the bumper, replace your tires, all of them, replace this fender, that door, and the rocker panel. It looks like everything under here is probably a-okay. I don't know how well you can see that, but I think everything structurally underneath is fine. Just replace a few components and you'll probably be good to go. Like I said, this is a stick shift. It's got that beautiful red interior. I love this red, I really do. What I don't like is it smells heavy of cigarette smoke. And as an ex-smoker, it just bothers me, man. I really don't like the smell of cigarette smoke anymore. Let's get in here, and 128,000 miles on the clock. So she's got some miles on her, but I'll bet she's still got plenty of usable life. Put the e-brake on, make sure she's in neutral. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, she sounds nice, healthy. Real healthy. Service, StabiliTrak, no surprise there. Most likely something on that front passenger side is damaged. So you got traction control, stability control, whatever else, ABS, tire pressure, a lot of lights on the dash, to be expected. Tell it okay. There we go. It does sound good though. Release parking brake. No, thank you. I think we're gonna leave the parking brake on. We'll pop the hood, crack this window. Let's turn on the air conditioning. Make sure that works as well. Boy, it really does smell of cigarettes in here. Max AC, AC on. Turn the fan motor up. Yeah, AC's working, getting nice and cold. Pop the trunk. See if we got any goodies back there that come with the car. That's some nice sounding exhaust, man, really is. You get an umbrella, some cigarettes, and some stuff, whatever that is. I wonder what kind of exhaust we got on this thing. The tips don't say anything. Oh, it's straight pipe. There's no mufflers. It's got an X pipe, aftermarket X pipe in the middle there, and straight pipe right off the back. It actually sounds really good. It's very quiet, to be quite honest with you. I'm kind of surprised how quiet she is. We got an aftermarket cold air intake. So your typical stuff, man. Your typical bolt-ons, exhaust, intake, no headers. Unfortunately, that'd make it even more awesome, wouldn't it? This filter is just disgusting, really dirty. We got pressure on the cooling system already. I don't see any leaks, no valve cover gasket leaks or anything, intake leaks, no oil. She looks to be in really good shape, really good shape. I'm telling you, fender, door, bumper, rocker, tires, and this car would be clean. And you could probably find, white's a great color. I love white, I really do. White is, you could probably go to a junkyard and find the same color code white. Give this whole car a polish and wax, and you'd never be able to tell the difference, honestly. Now this tire looks all right. Maybe that tire was just driven a little ways and it destroyed it after it had already popped. Because, well, no, these are dry rotted as well. Not as bad, not as bad. I don't know if you can even see that, but they are dry rotted pretty good. This is something, I'd get tires on this thing immediately. Immediately. And there's not hardly any tread left on it anyway. And this is a good one. This is a good one, boys. I wonder what it's going to go for. Auction's tomorrow for me. For you guys, this auction's over. But yeah, auction tomorrow, $2,900. Here we have a 2008 Dodge Ram, listed as side damage. Obviously, they pulled the fender off, so it kind of saves you a step there. I don't see any underlying damage over here. Everything here looks like it's nice and straight. The pillar looks good. The fender apron looks good. The tires have seen better days. This door is garbage. This door is garbage. I mean, I think it's fixable. I would say it's fixable. If you wanted to do the prep work and paint, personally, I would just go, I'm real big on finding the same paint code from a junkyard or something and just replacing the parts. Now, where you get into a problem is the bed back here has a couple scratches going down it. Truthfully, I would try to buff what I could out and leave it alone. Same thing with this cab portion right here. I'd buff what I could out and just leave the rest alone. I'm not going to worry about any of this. But this I would fix. This I would fix. Obviously, you got to fix the fender, but it looks like the hood survived. So the hood is okay. The cowling may be back there somewhere. The windshield's cracked. That's surprising. This looks like a really easy fix to me. I'm surprised it's totaled, but I guess when you get into the cost of replacing everything, oh, there's your fender and your fender liners and your cowling and your light. So the light's still there and it's still good. Fender liners, this saves you some money right there. Most of your parts appear to be in here. This was not a heavy hit at all. It's worth noting though, there is some rust starting to bubble through over here. So this is going to be a truck that's going to have a little bit of rust on it. We got scrapes back here. Looks like they popped this taillight out. I mean, here's the thing. Here's, as far as I'm concerned, let me just tell you how I feel about it. It's a truck. All right, it's a truck. It's not meant to look pretty all the time. You know, yeah, you want your car to look good, but I mean, to me, what good is a truck if it doesn't have a dent or two in it? You know, I would fix that fender and probably replace both doors, but the rest of it, I'm not screwing with it, man. So it's got a couple scratches. It's got a couple dings in it. It's a dang truck. What do you expect? Hey, I think this will be one that probably gives somebody some good life, man. This would be a good truck for someone like me. Dead as a door. Dead as a doornail. Yeah, dang. Oh, that's the parking brake. Come on, Randy. Where's the? There's the hood release. Looks like it may already be up. Dead as a doornail. Don't forget to check out the links below for the new Dead as a Doornail Auto Auction Rebuild t-shirts. We got new merch, guys. Didn't I say that already? I probably did, but I can't help myself. Check out the links. Go support the channel. Buy yourself a shirt. I'd appreciate it. Now, you got to be careful opening this hood because I already know that hinge over there is not hooked up to anything. I can see how everything up here is really, really off. So I want to be real careful. Oh, no? The hinge is connected still? Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. I thought that hinge was disconnected. Well, my mistake. So we got the Hemi. We got the Hemi. Lots of coolers, man. This thing is loaded with coolers. Oil cooler, tranny cooler, coolant cooler, air conditioning cooler. Very nice. It looks to be in really good shape. I don't see any major leaks, anything that concerns me from the top end of the motor at all. Take a look underneath here and see if we got any... Nah, she's dry as a bone. Dry as a bone underneath, boys. This is a good truck. I wish we could hear it run, but yeah, this is one I'd be more than happy to buy. This wouldn't scare me one bit. Easy, cheap fix. Good looking truck. Last one for today, boys. 2016 Chevy Impala. I do love my Impalas. I do. Now, in the pictures, it looked kind of like a Carnage car, which is why I had it on here. The whole front end was laying all over the place. It looked like a hot mess. But I got here and in person, it actually doesn't look too bad. So I'm kind of disappointed that this was supposed to be a little bit of carnage. What do you think's wrong with it? Let's see, we got some damage to the subframe down here, or the cradle, right? You can see they've got some markings. So something was obviously considered to be wrong with this. Although I don't really know exactly what. This bracket was no good right here, but that's just a bolt-on component right there. Truthfully, I don't think the subframe even needs replaced at all. The subframe looks fine. The crash bar is fine. The frame rails are fine. Doesn't look like anything hit the motor at all. Fender apron looks good. I don't see any cracks. I don't see any separating over here. The pillar's fine as well. Door hinges look good. We got some scratches all over this door here. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't touch it. I'd put this door back together, clean it up, that door's fine. This door right here says it needs a skin, and definitely, let's see what we got going on over here. I see down here, there's a dent in the driver's side, or the passenger side front door. I'm not replacing a whole door over that. But you can definitely see the passenger rear door took quite a bit of damage down below. So yeah, you may need a skin or just replace the whole door or whatever. Back here, we also need the rocker. You're not going to fix that piece on the rim, that little chip. Nobody's going to care about that. Again, clean all these markings off over here, clean it up, put it back together. The back end looks fine too. There's some paint chips and stuff. I mean, come on, it's not a brand new car. You know what I mean? You can see they've already pulled this bumper and they pulled out the parking sensors. So that's all stuff that's going to have to be reinstalled. Oh, is it dead too? I'm betting we've got a bunch of parts in the trunk, probably a bunch of parts on the interior. The driver's side looks great. Really, this is an easy fix, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's full of parts. AC condenser, radiator, cooling fans, door panels, fender. There's the rocker panel. It may be good. Yeah, it's loaded with parts. $60K. It's not too bad. There's another rocker panel. Interesting. I swear I just saw another rocker panel in the trunk as well, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to start there. I guarantee there's no battery. And the battery I don't think is under the hood of this one anyway. We'll take a peek under the hood, see what we see, and we'll conclude this Copart walk around. No, the battery is under the hood on this. How about that? The battery's still connected? It is. Battery is still hooked up. That's surprising. Normally when you go through and you tear all this stuff off, you know, especially when you start messing with electrical connectors and stuff, you disconnect the battery. Kind of surprised to see it still attached. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. This is another easy fix. Easy fix. You can have yourself a really nice full-size sedan, probably for next to nothing. And with that, we have concluded another Copart walk around. Isn't it great? Another day gone. Stay tuned because we got the motorcycles. My granddaddy called them motorcycles. We got the motorcycles coming on Saturday. So we got another Copart walk around for you. And I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give the video a big thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Comment below on any of the cars that you saw, anything that you want to ask a question about, or any comments you want to make. Go ahead and drop those below. I appreciate it. Thanks to Copart Corporate Office. Thanks to the people here at Yard 18 for allowing me to do this. 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Del City, Oklahoma. Until next time, stay safe out there, buddy. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.